UIM F1 H2O World Championship arrives on the shores of Saudi Arabia for a historic milestone. Round 4 of the 2025 season, the first ever Grand Prix of Jeddah. With the fight for the UIM F1 H2O Drivers' Championship tighter than ever, Jeddah promises to deliver one of the most pivotal and high-stakes rounds of the 2025 campaign. Jeddah stands at the gateway to the Red Sea, a bustling port city whose maritime heritage has connected trade routes between Africa, Asia, and the Middle East for centuries. Today, Jeddah is a futuristic coastal metropolis known for its striking blend of heritage and innovation. Contemporary architecture rises beside coral stone houses and preserved alleys of the historic Al-Balad district, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was a full-throttle weekend, a qualifying session, 2 sprint races, and the Grand Prix finale, played out before packed crowds, VIPs, and dignitaries. After dark, the energy spiked as world-renowned DJs and massive crowds kept the waterfront pulsing late into the night. And for thrill seekers, the F1 H2O two-seater delivers a rare hit of raw speed and G-force on the Red Sea, the same adrenaline that defines the fastest sport on water. Now let's see what happened in the previous round at the Grand Prix of Zhengzhou, China. Round 3 of the UIM F1 H2O World Championship delivered chaos in Zhengzhou. Defending champion Jonas Andersson was fastest in qualifying and had pole. Behind him was Victory Team's Alec Vekstrom, a rematch of their Indonesia showdown. When the lights went out, Andersson and Vekstrom launched side by side, and Torrente immediately pounced from lane 4. Andersson and Vekstrom clashed for the lead, making contact in the spray and nearly blowing over. Andersson bounced hard, spun around, and re-entered the racing line, colliding with Arendt. Vekstrom took control, Torrente slotted into second, and Wyatt held third, with Stark charging from 9th into 4th. Marin climbed to 5th as Trask and Bartek Marszalek fought for 6th. Further back, Jonas Andersson began a fierce recovery, climbing to 8th by lap 3, but his comeback ended with a second DNF of the season and a post-race disqualification for dangerous driving. Up front, nothing stopped Alec Vekstrom. Under relentless pressure, the young Finn delivered a career-defining drive, claiming his maiden Grand Prix victory. Torrente secured second, and Wyatt completed the podium in third. Victory Team leaves Zhengzhou with a commanding team's championship lead and a 1-2 in the drivers' standings, with Vekstrom now at the top. Just 1 point back, Rusty Wyatt holds third, while defending champion Jonas Andersson sits fourth. The Grand Prix of Jeddah featured a competitive lineup of 20 drivers from 10 teams fighting for the championship on the road to Sharjah. Victory Team's Alec Vekstrom continues to rise, leading the Drivers' Championship after a career-defining maiden Grand Prix win in Zhengzhou. The 24-year-old Finn has gone from promising rookie to genuine title threat.
To be honest, I'm taking this as the first race, so no pressure of the championship. Just try to do a good job here. In the beginning with Sean, of course, you've been looking up to him since you started racing boats, so you listen to him. But now knowing him for a year, he's just a regular guy eating the same porridge in the morning as me, so he's beatable.
3-time world champion Sean Torrente sits close behind. He's shown speed all year, but mechanical issues have cost him points when it matters most. Saudi Arabia is his only chance to fight back before the Sharjah finale.
I mean, I feel great. We're second place in points, teammates leading. I'm only 7 points, I think, out of the lead. Really been an awesome year. Had a rough first race, and then from there we just, China, we scored more points, my boat, I did, than anybody else to really get us back in contention. And now we feel like we're continuing momentum. I'm getting the boat set up better and better the way I like it, and bringing propellers that are better and better, and hopefully we take the next step here and I can get a win.
Sharjah Team's Rusty Wyatt is one of the most exciting racers on the tour. Fearless, flat out, and impossible to shake, the Canadian never backs down. He sits just a point behind Torrente and remains a major championship threat. but a fuel tank issue wiped out his entire Friday program, leaving him without a single practice lap before qualifying.
Boys, it'll be hard work tonight, and just glad that we found the issue, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. We didn't get one lap of testing, so it's going to be quite difficult going into qualifying for that, but we're always up for a challenge, and I think we got our homework to do for what propeller we're going to run, and go with that. We'll run with it and hope for the best.
His Estonian teammate Stefan Arendt has shown he has the pace with a breakthrough pole in Shanghai, but was also sidelined with engine issues, leaving him with 0 laps before the qualifier.
Do hopefully try to get whatever the gremlins are fixed, and then just send it. You know, there's nothing else we really can do. You know, choose a prop and go for it.
Team Sweden's defending champion Jonas Andersson arrives in a must-win mode. Blindingly quick, but hampered by a costly DNF in Zhengzhou, he now trails the title lead by 16 points. He remains the benchmark in qualifying, leading the pole position trophy.
Yeah, in Saudi, we need to win the race, and it's going to be really tough because the track is not perfect for our boats. So it's going to be tough to try to get the pole position tomorrow morning.
His teammate Grant Trask is flourishing at Team Sweden. A Shanghai podium highlighted his growth, and he currently sits 5th. Team Abu Dhabi's Eric Stark continues to rebuild momentum after early season technical frustrations and sits 6th in the championship. His teammate, rookie Mansour Al-Mansouri, continues his steady development, searching for consistency. China CTIC team's Peter Marin sitting in 8th. The Frenchman has the speed, but needs a clean weekend to climb back into contention. He's joined by German rookie Stefan Hagen for his debut, as Kyle Maskell steps aside. The Comparato F1 team's Alberto Comparato is tenacious and always mixing it with the top 6, but he's still searching for the breakout result. Rookie Damon Cohen lines up beside him. F1 Atlantic's British driver Ben Jelf made a statement with his first podium in Indonesia, but now needs to regain his early season form. His teammate Duarte Benavente is also aiming for solid points. Red Devil SMC F1's Sami Celio and Ferdinand Zandbergen continue to refine their Sharjah-designed hulls, aiming for better consistency and results after a mixed season so far. Stromoy Racing's Marit Stromoy continues to push development on the field's only 4-stroke V8. Her teammate Bartek Marszalek sits behind Stromoy in the standings, but his pace in clean water remains dangerous. Rounding out the grid, Maverick Racing's French duo Alexander Bourgeot and Cedric Deguin aim to turn glimpses of speed into tangible results in Saudi Arabia. The Jeddah course stretches across crystal clear waters with a 6-pin layout anchored by a technical yellow right-hander.
The right-hander is not hard, but it's at full speed, over 200 kph, and then you go right into the wind, so it makes it difficult off. You have to be really precise, and then it has a really tight corner, and then the back straightaway, you know, with a soft, depends on how you come off that tight corner. So there's a lot of options, even though it looks simple, and it's really fast, so I love it.
Qualifying opened with Q1 under calm conditions, 8 drivers fighting to avoid being knocked out early. Team Abu Dhabi's Eric Stark set the pace of 42.510 second lap that set the benchmark. CTIC China's rookie Hagen fell short on his debut, finishing 15th behind F1 Atlantic's Ben Jelf, who couldn't repeat his Indonesia Q3 finish. Norwegian driver Marit Stromoy couldn't find the speed and just missed the cut in 13th. Also out were Mansour Al-Mansouri, both Maverick Racing boats, Duarte Benavente, and Damon Cohen. In Q2, Sean Torrente took command with a blistering 41.692, the fastest lap of qualifying so far. Sharjah teams Stefan Arendt and Rusty Wyatt were on the back foot from the start. With having had 0 practice time, qualifier was their first chance to dial in their props and setups. They pushed hard, but the lack of track time showed. Both narrowly missed Q3, finishing 7th and 8th. Red Devil's Sami Celio was out early, but his Dutch teammate broke through, reaching Q3 for the first time this season. Another first-time Q3 appearance, Bartek Marszalek, who delivered when it counted, and CTIC China's Peter Marin also making his first Q3 of the year. Eric Stark couldn't recreate his Q1 pace and missed the cut by fractions. 6 drivers and 3 teams remained for the Q3 shootout. Victory's Torrente went out first and immediately laid down a 41.684. Team Sweden's defending champion Andersson answered with a 41.745. Red Devils' Ferdinand Zandbergen pushed his new hull to a season best and slotted into the fight in third. Then Torrente struck again, a stunning 41.444. Meanwhile, championship leader Alec Bäckström was nowhere near the fight, buried in 6th. With under 2 minutes to go, Jonas Andersson made one final attempt. He pushed his boat to the max, then found lift, flipping end over end and barrel rolling just seconds after crossing the line. Thankfully, he walked away unhurt, but holding on to P2 was far from guaranteed.
No, I pushed too hard. I was second and I really wanted the pole position because it's so important, and I pushed too much.
If the engine needed replacing, he'd lose the spot and start from the back. His crew now had less than 3 hours to rebuild the boat. And with that, Sean Torrente claimed pole for the Grand Prix of Jeddah, his first in over 2 years, and a massive swing in the pole position trophy. Amazing result for Red Devil Zandbergen in third, much needed boost. Peter Marin fourth, Bartek Marszalek finished fifth, and Alec Bäckström 6th.
Number 4 is still alive. We're getting stronger every race. And, we're on the road to Sharjah, and it feels like we're going downhill now, so it feels good.
Friday featured 2 15-minute sprint races, each set by the qualifying order. Crowds poured in and the atmosphere was buzzing. Among the VIPs in attendance was the governor of Jeddah, Prince Saud bin Abdullah bin Jalawi, meeting drivers in the paddock. All eyes were on defending champion Jonas Andersson. Team Sweden scrambled to revive the boat, then a last-minute test fire confirmed it. Andersson would start from pole. Victories: Sean Torrente sat on pole for sprint race 1, with Peter Marin alongside and Bartek Marszalek in third, while the hard-charging Rusty Wyatt loomed just behind. The flag goes down, the race is on. Torrente rockets off the dock, a perfect launch, immediately pulling clear of the field. Behind him, Marin and Marszalek stay locked in pursuit while Wyatt struggles off the line. Torrente is first to the whole shot buoy. Marin and Marszalek are neck and neck. Wyatt rounds the whole shot and immediately dives for the inside lane, hunting for a position. Marin holds P2, but Rusty attacks Marszalek on the inside. Wyatt edges ahead around the yellow right-hander, grabbing third. But as he charges into the left-hander, he hits a wall of spray and runs wide.
I think he went to your inside.
The Polish veteran pours on the power on the inside line. The two boats are locked in a duel down the back straight. Marszalek has it. He retakes third, but Wyatt refuses to back off. Up front, Torrente is in complete control. Sami Celio is chasing Wyatt in P5, Brock Cohen holds P6, and Marit Stromoy sits steady in P7. Behind her, Grant Trask has gained 2 spots, slipping past both Maverick Racing boats into P8. Rusty Wyatt hounds Marszalek corner after corner, but the Polish ace refuses to crack, holding third place with absolute determination. Torrente cruises home for 10 valuable points, unchallenged from start to finish. Peter Marin takes a strong second, and Bartek Marszalek hangs on under enormous pressure to round out the top 3.
Start was awesome. That thing is such a good, it's just so good off the dock, knock on wood, it just fires so good every time. The guys in the engine shop just done an amazing job since China. We had so many problems there, and they've really busted their butt to get it all.
It's nice, it's all about the fun. It's very good here that you can trust more or less other drivers, and we can really push these boats to the limit.
One race down and another to go as the boats line up for sprint race 2. Jonas Andersson starts on pole, young Dutch talent Ferdinand Zandbergen in P2, with championship leader Alec Bäckström in third. And it's on. Andersson's engine fires perfectly, launching him cleanly into the lead. Zandbergen bogs down for a moment, but recovers enough to hold off Bäckström. But it's Alberto Comparato starting from lane 5 who delivers the launch of his season. The young Italian slices past Bäckström and Arendt to steal P3 in a stunning opening move. Meanwhile, it's disaster for Team Abu Dhabi as Eric Stark bows out before lap 1, as does F1 Atlantic's Ben Jelf. Team Sharjah's Stefan Arendt is all over Alec Bäckström, relentless pressure from the Estonian, who is back in full force. Up front, Jonas Andersson continues to lead with the same engine that was underwater just hours ago. And there's a yellow flag. A buoy is loose on the course, and the replay tells the story. Alec Bäckström takes it out in the heat of the battle, earning a lap penalty and handing Arendt provisional 4th. The boats line up for the restart. Andersson holds the lead while Arendt seizes the moment and goes on the attack, sweeping around the outside at the yellow pin to dive past Bäckström. The Estonian is on the move. Engine troubles yesterday, unstoppable today. He locks on to Comparato next, and 1 lap later, he pulls the same move, passing the Italian at the yellow and moving into 3rd. Stunning racing from Arendt. Then disaster hits for Zandbergen. With just 7 laps to go, his engine dies. Race over. Arendt jumps to P2, a remarkable turnaround, and rookie Stefan Hagen suddenly finds himself provisionally in P4. And so Jonas Andersson takes the win and 10 crucial points. Arendt delivers a sensational 2nd, a statement drive when it mattered most. Comparato crosses the line in 3rd, but a 2-lap penalty for failing to hold his line at the start drops him to 5th, a crushing blow for the Italian. And that elevates Stefan Hagen to 3rd place, a podium in his very first F1 H2O race.
Yeah, the boys fixed the boat. They're working like pigs, and I was spending 3 hours fixing my engine, and it seems that it's okay. So.
Jean Torrente steps onto the podium and moves into provisional championship lead. While defending world champion Jonas Andersson locks himself firmly into P2. The racing action, the weekend shimmered off the water too. A lavish black tie dinner brought together drivers and teams. While world-famous DJ Medusa kept fans energized late into the night with a massive waterfront concert. Race day. As the road to Sharjah narrows, Jeddah is the last chance for title hopefuls to take control before the final showdown.
Let's go.
The race area sparkled with glitz and glamour as dignitaries and VIPs flocked in for the big day. Among the notable attendees was Prince Saud bin Mishal bin Abdulaziz, Deputy Emir of the Mecca region, and Prince Sultan bin Fahad bin Salman Al Saud, President of the Water Sport and Diving Federation. There was drama on the starting grid. Championship leader Alec Bäckström dropped to 16th after an engine change, with Eric Stark starting in 17th following the same.
Wonderful. 50 laps of joy.
Team Sharjah's Rusty Wyatt needed to climb back into championship contention from P7, while Ferdinand Zandbergen had a chance to make amends after a disappointing sprint race.
Finish on the podium.
The starting grid, 3-time champion Jean Torrente on pole, Jonas Andersson P2, Zandbergen P3, Marin P4, Marsalek P5, with Sharjah's powerhouse Arendt and Wyatt in P6 and P7. Grant Trask also facing an engine change would start from 18th. The race is on. The field goes full throttle. Andersson blasts off the pontoon, but Torrente holds the lead. Zandbergen stays solid in P3, while Marin fends off Marsalek in P4. Torrente has the whole shot. Andersson just a boat length behind in P2. Comparato leads into the secondary buoy ahead of Sami Celio. Down the front straight, Torrente stretches his lead. Andersson in P2, Zandbergen P3, Marin P4. Marsalek surges up on the outside, dives past Marin into the yellow right-hander. Marin responds, he throws it down, defending fourth into the left-hand turn. Up front, Torrente opens a gap on Anderson, with Zandbergen chasing hard in third. Team Sharjah is locked in a battle for sixth. Wyatt attacking on the inside and slips past Arendt into P6. Behind, Comparato continues to battle Celio for 8th. The Italian finds the inside line and edges past the two-time Finnish champion. Marszalek in P5 runs wide through the right-hander turn. Wyatt blasts past on the outside before the left-hander. Marszalek gets covered in a spray. Arendt sees his chance and slips by on the inside as the Polish veteran regains control, dropping to P7. Comparato chases in P8, Celio P9, and Ben Jelf up in P10. Rusty Wyatt, now up 2 positions in P5, starts to bear down on Peter Marin. Trouble for Jonas Andersson. He slows down with trim issues, moving over to let boats by, dropping from P2 to P6. He halts his slide down and is able to maintain 6th ahead of Marszalek. Meanwhile, Comparato sees an opening and attacks Marszalek for 8th. He takes a wide line around the left-hander, cuts in late, and switches into the inside, gunning it down the back straightaway. Marszalek goes wide on the next turn, and the Italian moves past on the inside. Comparato closes rapidly on the ailing Anderson and sweeps past at the yellow buoy, up to P6 from P9. Behind them, the fight for 8th ignites. Jelf pressures Celio, and the Finn turns his attention forward, attacking Marszalek. He closes at the yellow, but he blows over. An enormous crash. The race is yellow flagged. Celio surfaces quickly, giving a thumbs up as the Osprey crew reaches him within seconds. On the replay, Celio catches Marszalek's wash and is launched skyward. Tough luck for the Finnish veteran. And more heartbreak for Red Devil. Zandbergen is dead in the water with engine trouble, out of the race. As the fleet forms up for the restart, Marin is now in P2 with Wyatt right behind in P3, the Canadian suddenly in striking distance of Torrente. Green flag. Wyatt launches down the inside, diving at Marin into turn 6. He's right on the ragged edge through the corner and wrestles the boat back under control. Marin has the exit speed. Wyatt continues the chase through the yellow buoy, but catches his wash, nearly losing it before gathering it up again. The Canadian sets his sights on Marin once more, desperate to get past and attack Torrente for the lead. He lines up another attack through turn 2, but hits a roller and nearly barrel rolls. An incredible save, and the race is yellow flagged again. Wyatt gets a small bump and things go sideways. He spins out, but somehow keeps it upright. The field bunches up again for another restart. Green flag. Torrente gets away, but Marin gets swallowed in the chaos. Aran sweeps past into P2. Next, Jonas Andersson passes the Frenchman on the outside into P3. And here comes Marszalek back up to P4. Jonas Andersson is back in full force and attacks Arendt. The two are locked in a duel down the front straight. Andersson has the advantage into the yellow right-hander and retakes P2. Sensational move. Marszalek joins the fight for third, chasing Arendt. He stays wide through the left-hander and builds the momentum down the back straight. He commits and finally seals P3 at the yellow buoy. Up front, Torrente leads comfortably, just has to bring it home with under 20 laps to go. Andersson has made a superb recovery into second, while Marszalek in P3 is under immense pressure from Arendt. Disappointment for Comparato, whose charge comes to an end with a blown engine. And soon after, heartbreak for Wyatt as a broken prop forces the Canadian to retire. As the laps wind down, Sean Torrente delivers his first Grand Prix win of the season, right when the pressure is highest, the hallmark of a true champion. Jonas Andersson brings home a hard-earned second, and Marszalek secures the final podium spot. Arendt finishes a gritty fourth, Marin fifth, Stark an impressive sixth, Alec Beckstrom salvages 2 points in ninth. Victory Team maintains its lead in the team championship. Aron's gutsy drive keeps Team Sharjah in second, 9 points clear of Team Sweden in third.
Way to recover. Way to recover. That's what I mean. I thought you had problems.
Yeah, I mean, the setup was completely wrong for me. I took a chance and tried to beat Sean, and I didn't. And after 2 laps, I broke my power trim in the boat. But let's see for Sharjah, it's my lucky place. So.
You need to push until the finish line. That is the beauty of this sport. So I think for me the best was the last restart because I catch up some positions before I lost it. So I was in this race on 8, 7, 5th, 4, 3rd and 2nd spots. So it was like a nice drama, but with happy end. And I would like to thank to my guys, also to my team, my sponsors, because we all deserve it. And especially now when I pass these hard times in my private life, this is very nice.
Hey, I peed my pants when you're passing me on the yellow because I didn't see anything.
What did you try to do? A kickflip? The f was that? I was trying out.
Man, I think I swept that. It's very rare to have a boat that good. It was just on fire since the moment we put it on the water. And we go to Sharjah with a chance to win another world championship. We're in the lead. But honestly, it doesn't matter. For me, those guys are world champions already. I've been blessed to win 3 of these.
In the Drivers' Championship, 3-time world champion Sean Torrente now sits 14 points ahead of defending champion Jonas Andersson, with Alec Bäckström down to 3rd. With 30 more points up for grabs, it all comes down to Sharjah. A classic showdown awaits. See you in Sharjah for the thrilling conclusion of the UIM F1 H2O World Championship.